Don't say anything stupid. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
We're just going to get along just fine here. As we see Spartan coming out here. What do you think is going through the mind of Spartan?
Well, I'll wait for these fans to settle down and I'll try and tell you. I think he's far more nervous than he's letting on. He's going in there against Frankie Quinn.
60 minutes.
It's 60 minutes, exactly. I hope he has the attention span for this match. He's certainly got the physique and the skills for it.
But you mentioned skills. Champion Frankie Quinn also has a lot of great skills there.
Frankie's one of the best in this country. No doubt about it. It's going to be a hell of a match.
Spartan personally here.
Absolutely. That could be a huge disadvantage for both of them.
Here we go, champion Frankie Quinn coming out here. The crowd here loving Frankie Quinn.
I don't know if you noticed this, but neither Spartan nor Frankie Quinn exerted a whole lot of energy. They usually come out kind of riling up the crowd, screaming top of their lungs. Not tonight. They're
focused on all 60 minutes here.
That's right. Focus is the key.
Both competitors coming not with a smile on their faces they usually do.
No, very stoic.
Very focused by the looks of it. And you got to be 60-minute Ironman match.
This is your main event and will be contested for the Hughes Academy Championship.
That's what it's all about right there, the Hughes Academy Championship.
This is a New Zealand first 60-minute Ironman match. This contest will go to a strict 60-minute time limit. Competitors can score pinfalls, submissions, and disqualification points against their opponent. Whoever has the most falls by the end of the 60-minute time limit will be the Hughes Academy Champion.
Big fight field here, Lynn RSA.
Introducing first to my left, the challenger. He is the current IPW Heavyweight Champion. The #1 contender for the Hughes Academy Championship. He is the last of the 300. This is Spartan!
Huge ovation for Spartan.
As mentioned, champion also.
Yep. Impact Pro Wrestling and New Zealand Heavyweight Champion.
And to my right, the champion. She is the IPW Women's Champion and the current reigning, inaugural and defending Hughes Academy Champion. Representing Auckland's North Shore, this is Frankie Quinn.
Another ovation for Frankie Quinn, the IPW Women's Champion.
Both fan favourites here. As you mentioned, IPW Women's Champion from Frankie, and IPW Men's Championship for Spartan. But that's not what it's about here today. That's what it's all about today. The Hughes Academy Championship.
It is indeed a beautiful belt and a highly sought after prize.
What a reign it's been for Frankie so far.
Absolutely. Not sure I'd trust that ring announcer with the belt though.
Yeah, keep an eye on him.
Yeah. Speaking of which, coming over to our broadcast location, Fabulance Lance Adams. Make sure you don't lose that belt.
No promises.
Checking for weapons here.
What a match we have for you this evening, a 60-minute Ironman match, the first to be contested in New Zealand. We've seen maybe 30-minute Ironman matches before.
As you see on the board there, clock about to start.
I can't quite see the clock, is it?
Here we go. 60 minutes has started. First ever in New Zealand history.
And we've got 60 minutes. These two competitors are very well versed for each other. Spartan and Frankie Quinn were the two competitors who fought for the inaugural Hughes Academy Championship when the Hughes Academy Men's and Women's Championship were combined. Frankie Quinn coming out of that equation as the winner. And Spartan has been taking the last year to try and fight himself back into the main event scene.
Oh, Spartan there.
Yeah, normally the Hughes Academy Championship is contested on 2 out of 3 falls count rules. Spartan was so close to beating Frankie Quinn at the last Hughes Academy show. Went to a full time limit draw at 30 minutes, but now we're at 60 minutes for these two competitors.
I got to wonder about the importance of the first fall. How crucial is that first fall? You want to set the pace, you want to get up over your opponent. Is Spartan using that strength to throw down the smaller Quinn?
Also, what does the first pinfall do to the other person's mentality?
That's a good point.
Oh, it does. If you get pinned quickly, that's a massive black mark on your psyche.
Spartan calling out the fans.
Good, I can absolutely respect that. These fans need to be called out at every avenue.
I think they're perfectly fine with what they're doing.
Yeah, you would think that.
Some of them are right.
Nice lock up here. Into a headlock by Spartan.
Beautiful headlock there.
And we've got two very different competitors here between Frankie and Spartan. Spartan is obviously the much stronger, the much bigger competitor. And normally you'd say that gives them advantage, but Frankie Quinn is used to being the smaller person in a match. She is excellent at taking on big competitors. And look at the people that she's beaten in this championship reign so far. She's beaten people like Rough Guts, like JT Hollow. Big, strong, vicious men. And she's beaten them all.
Impressive kick out there from Frankie.
Frankie showing off her core strength there, kicking out with just her legs.
Yeah, well, she's conserving energy there as well. She's got to go for another 57 plus minutes. You don't want to be giving large kickouts. Just get the shoulder up any way you can. Conserve that energy. Stay away from the flat back. When Spartan gave her the headlock earlier, first thing she did, shot that shoulder up. She knows what she's doing.
But again, that's such
Bit of quickness from Frankie Quinn.
Some explosive
Using his speed one.
Taking Spartan a little bit by surprise there, but it's such a great point.
There we go, another one.
Conserve your strength, conserve your energy by being very strategic with your moves.
And a crucifix, 1, 2.
And
Two already?
Exactly, maximize your movements. Get the most you can out of the minimal movement.
And you look
Frankie Quinn with 4 pinfalls there.
Yeah, you talk about maximizing your movements just between a couple of moves. 4 quick pinfalls on Spartan, and not like small pinfalls. They were rolling Spartan over and throwing him
Both
around.
shoulders firmly on the ground there.
He's got to be feeling a little bit dizzy from that being thrown around and so surprised by like that.
One of those kickouts being a 2 count already.
But look at these two competitors, still very apprehensive of each other. They know they've got to go another 55 minutes to go through this match.
Move there from Spartan.
Neither of them we want to be caught in a bad submission hold this early on, because if you get an injury, you're just going to get fall after fall after fall against you.
Exactly, and I just wonder if in a situation like this, if it's smarter for Quinn just to tap out, take the L, so that she can fight on throughout the match without too much damage.
Well, exactly, that's such a good point, because as soon as the pinfall happens, both competitors move to the other side of the ring.
You already hear Frankie. Oh, Frankie fighting out
Trying
there.
to fight out of this heel hook.
But Spartan still got the foot in control. And Frankie with an impressive.
Frankie with an impressive counter, using her speed and her size to get out of that maneuver.
An MMA reversal there.
But you got to think the power game of Spartan will be able to get out of this.
Well, you'd think, but look at the way Frankie Quinn is applying this headlock.
Clearly.
He was applying the headlock, leaning over Spartan, so allows her body weight to get a little bit more oomph into their headlock.
Leverage. Leverage is important.
A little bit leverage.
Not just strength. Got that leverage and was able to start cutting off the supply of blood to Spartan's head. That's what it's about.
And
See that leverage, using his head to push that elbow back. Maybe the tricep back there on Frankie Quinn's.
it is, and you have to know, as you said before, Frankie Quinn is well versed in facing bigger competitors. She knows how to use momentum and leverage to her advantage.
I don't like the guy, but referee Conan Wood is right in there where he needs to be, calling it down the middle.
Well, if one referee that can do a 60-minute Ironman like this, it's the Ironman himself, Conan Woods.
And myself, for anyone who's listening. AJ, thank you.
Shameless plug from AJ.
Hey.
Once again.
Got to put myself over.
Speaking of getting
Crowd
over,
getting
though,
behind Frankie here.
Frankie Quinn rolling Spartan over out of that maneuver.
As you see her feet locked together, cutting the circulation to Spartan's head there.
And it's all of these little differences that make such a difference to both Spartan and Frankie's offense, that Frankie is using her own foot behind her own ankle to just a little bit of extra oomph onto this squeezing on the Spartan's neck.
See Spartan turning around there, relieving the pressure of his head.
Which is a very smart maneuver, because if you pass out, that's a pinfall.
Oh, right onto Quinn.
Impressive counter from Spartan once again.
Spartan sensing danger with that maneuver that Frankie had on him, going straight to the headlock.
Conan Wood checking the shoulders too, making sure they're up.
And this is such an important early part of the match because you're trying to feel out your opponent, understand their weaknesses, sort of tire them out a little bit with some of these rudimentary maneuvers.
To the ribs there.
And if you can cut the oxygen off your opponent with headlocks and chokeholds, it's going to make the rest of the match a lot easier. But Frankie, a little bit of turnabout here with that heel hook of her own.
Worth pointing out, Frankie in that headlock, she came up slowly. She wasn't trying to force her way up or explode up with too much strength. So I've been saying, conserving energy.
Exactly what you said before. You said, yeah, make every movement count. And Frankie Quinn, so far in this match, has been excellent at doing that.
Frankie going for the foot, maybe thinking of cutting off that speed, maybe for the spear.
Well, it's such a good point. You know, Spartan's big offense is his spear. And a long,
beautiful maneuver from Frankie Quinn.
You notice that was the counter that Frankie just used earlier
Absolutely.
on this very same move, and Frankie saw that. She almost baited Spartan in.
Wrenching Spartan's head back.
A modified STF.
Spartan played himself, but Frankie was telling him the tune.
You want to talk about two people that know each other in and out here.
Frankie Quinn doing a lot of damage here to the back of Spartan's knee, the Spartan's neck, and now sensing that maneuver wasn't doing enough damage, transitioning straight to the arm.
Yeah.
And think about what that does to you. You know, you're feeling pressure in your legs, you're feeling pressure in your neck, and suddenly that moves to your arm as your opponent moves around. It's so discombobulating.
Spartan has had shoulder injuries this year that have taken him out.
That's
He uses the spear as a finisher. This is incredibly
I
smart.
think Frankie Quinn has picked up on that, targeting the left shoulder there.
Well, it's an excellent point there. She's targeted the back leg of Spartan, which makes the explosiveness of the spear get weaker, and then targeting the shoulder as well. Frankie Quinn has clearly thought of a strategy here to deal with Spartan, and she's executing that strategy.
Frankie Quinn's getting out of
on the rope.
Whoa, impressive
using the ropes.
counter there. Going
nice.
through the middle and back under the
Frankie
second
using her
rope.
ropes to the
That
advantage.
was beautiful.
Yeah, I'll give her that one.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Well, she used her ring right to her advantage, her ring knowledge. And broke that
Speed game here
submission
from
hold.
Frankie Quinn with a Luther's press, pinning Spartan. Got a one.
Spartan using his core strength to muscle Frankie Quinn over.
Yep.
But both
Power all through the
competitors
hips.
still with wrist control. And I'm not sure if Frankie Quinn wants to be doing a test of strength here with Spartan, because he's clearly the stronger competitor.
Physically, I'd debate that mentally.
But the thing is, just said, Frankie Quinn extremely good with momentum and leverage. So she might not be able to strength her way out of one of these holes, but she can sure as hell leverage her way out.
Spartan just wrenching the arm of Frankie Quinn.
And maybe sensing a bit of danger in that test of strength, transitioning into a modified Fujiwara armbar.
We're talking about finishes. Frankie Quinn's here. A lot of it uses her arm. Spartan picking up on that.
Sliced bread, uses a headlock in order to maintain control of her opponent. If she can't hold that headlock, then the move doesn't work.
Crowd here once again getting behind Frankie Quinn as she fights out.
Frankie Quinn going for those shots right to the liver of Spartan. One thing's going to make you rethink the strategy is getting punched in the liver.
There's a version of an armbar there, and again, I think Quinn going for another one. It's an example of leverage and momentum.
But Spartan holding on.
Yeah, much as Frankie Quinn has used her speed, her leverage to get out of these holds, Spartan has not let up on the offense.
He hasn't. Oh,
Beautiful monkey flip.
Beautiful monkey flip.
Once again, Spartan holding on.
Still maintaining wrist control. Spartan has got a strategy here, and he is executing with perfection, and this top wrist lock is so painful.
Spartan in control as we're only coming up to the first 6 of the whole match.
And remember, we've gone 10 minutes in, and we have not seen a fall yet. Both of these competitors are still trying to feel each other out and trying to work towards that first fall. That so important first fall.
Spartan whipping off Frankie.
oh.
Bit of misdirection.
Roll
Rolls her up.
And you see that, Spartan,
Reversal. One, no. One again, and
an impressive maneuver there.
come on, Conan, get in there.
Conan counting so many pinfall attempts here.
No,
It's slow on that one, Conan.
count Conan.
Conan,
I'm
maybe.
talking about with these referees.
And both of
We're thinking
them,
a powerbomb here from Spartan.
both of these competitors, they're trying to use their
counter.
speed.
Roll up with Frankie.
rolling.
One,
One,
two. Oh, only a 2 from Spartan. Big discus clothesline.
what a lariat.
I think we may be seeing the first fall here.
That
was
lariat
uncomfortable.
shut down Frankie Quinn so quickly.
Frankie
But Frankie Quinn powering out.
Yeah, almost rolling out rather than kicking
only
out.
using one shoulder to kick out there.
They said conserve your energy.
Yeah. She also just had her head taken off by that discus clothesline.
Yeah.
That doesn't help.
As you see Frankie clenching the back of her head there. Maybe a rough landing.
Frankie was trying to use her speed and her momentum for her advantage there, but Spartan shut that down really quickly with that vicious lariat.
This looks like hesitation from Spartan, though, which I think is a mistake.
He could have gone on control there, you're right.
Yeah, but it's very. I mean, we're all about conserving your energy for a 60-minute match, but don't let your opponent recover like that. Oh, and what a backbreaker by Spartan.
I think Spartan knows that here. There we go, wrenching
wrench.
at Frankie Quinn.
And this helps drive Spartan's knee right into Frankie, but Frankie's sensing danger, getting out of that hold real quick.
You're right, AJ. Bring back to the point of Spartan here, just hesitating maybe.
Yeah, look, they're close in their personal lives. I don't need to go into detail, but I think that's playing as we get just a two, as we get through this match, that there may be moments of regret or hesitation.
I mean, potentially, but these two competitors, as much as they know each other personally so well, they're both extremely proud competitors, and they're not going to let their personal relationship get affected by winning a championship as prestigious as the Hughes Academy Championship.
Beautiful maneuver from Frankie.
Quinn.
It's like a version of a calf killer, but Spartan on the ropes.
Spartan was immediately screaming in pain there,
Tough
clutching at his
break
knee.
for Frankie Quinn there too.
As soon as Frankie locked it in there, Spartan grabbing the rope out of desperation.
You don't have to be in a move like a calf crusher for very long in order to be getting damage to the back of your thigh and your knee. And look at that, Spartan clutching at his knee a little bit.
I think Spartan realizes he can't hesitate anymore.
Wow.
As I say that, he's still hesitating.
I don't know if he's hesitating or just getting his breath back a little bit. So
Gathering new strategies.
I mean, we've got a 60-minute match to fight through. If you can take a little bit of time to catch your breath, it's certainly a good time to do it. Again,
Another discus line.
A discus lariat there again by Spartan.
And keep in mind, we're not even a quarter of the way through this match yet. And this is the damage they've already dealt out. I think
Maybe a first
hesitation.
walk here.
Nope.
That was a nasty
Frankie
landing there from
struggling to
Frankie.
kick out.
She's clutching the back of her head.
Yeah.
Spartan just drove her head into the mat with that lariat. But
Spartan
Spartan
needs
again.
to stop clowning around. Pin her when you get her down.
Hey, if he'd been a little bit quicker with that pinfall, could we have seen the first fall?
Yeah.
But Spartan
could have.
Straight back to that shoulder with a Fujiwara armbar again, a modified Fujiwara. Frankie powering out of the move.
Roll through.
Rolls out.
And using her momentum to
That's
her
the
advantage.
ropes. Big back elbow from Spartan.
And Frankie ran full tilt into that back elbow.
No.
Again, kicking out.
Frankie is a tough, tough competitor.
Frankie shaking the left arm there.
She's got to be feeling it from that armbar. It's a nasty maneuver as that Fujiwara.
Almost looks limp there.
Snap suplex there from Spartan. Now go for the cover.
And look at that, Spartan
Bit
straight
of a
away
cocky
rolling into
pin
Yeah,
from
that was-
Spartan.
That's kind of cool, but kind of dumb.
I mean,
Spartan knows better.
Yeah, he knows a lot better. Is he feeling a little bit?
He needs to get the
Well,
bit
I
of
think-
urgency to get the
I
first
think
fall.
it was a psychological thing, to be honest.
It could be. I mean,
think you wanted
Spartan is in firm control of this match at the moment. He's clearly delivering his offense well.
Yeah.
I'm sure a man like Spartan has a game plan, a very good game plan.
There is no way that neither of these competitors.
Probably wrote it down on a bunch of napkins and crayon before the match.
There's no way neither of these competitors
Open hand
walked
strikes.
into this match without a plan. Spartan has taken 12 months almost.
The duck. A hell of a
And a
bounce.
massive
Power
power
slam.
slam. Spartan's taken 12 months from this very arena in order to get back into the main event slot. And
Frankie
here he
Quinn
is.
kicking out at 2.9 there.
Excuse me, I got a little excited.
I think Spartan knows the.
I think we all did over that power slam.
Spartan
Good power
understands
slam.
Spartan understands the opportunity here, and the
needs
work
to,
that he has had to put in to win to get to this match.
He needs to make a choice about what he's going to do next to get catching your breath, but while you're catching your breath, your opponent's also catching their breath.
Well, exactly. Two people can recover at the same time, and leaving your opponent alone lets them recover.
Whipping Frankie Quinn into the corner with another back elbow.
Was a nasty short whip followed up straight away with that back elbow.
Frankie looks dazed.
Out of the corner.
Here we go. Big kick to the back.
To that snapmare
To
too.
the spine of Frankie Quinn.
Don't take lessons from the audience. Yeah, go for the pin
Spartan
spot.
taking his time on that pinfall. Frankie quick kicking out at
Yeah,
one there.
Spartan's been very slow to get to a lot of these pinfalls. He needs to.
That hesitation though keeps
need-
coming back to
He
it.
does. He needs to keep up the pace if he's going to win this match and get himself that first fall. And maybe he's conserving his energy a little bit more than he should be. Taking those times to take that deep breath and move on to the next part.
What are we thinking here from
Spartan.
Spartan? Big
Hoisting
elbow,
Frankie
baby.
Quinn up.
Punches.
Again, Frankie fighting it off.
Big hurricanrana.
Spartan has got to be careful. That move didn't work last time. It didn't work this time.
Double knees in the corner. That's a Frankie Quinn special.
And Frankie
She's
is
going to load it up again.
building momentum with those double knees.
Again.
There we
Double
go.
knees.
Double knees right to the chest. It drives the wind right out of your lungs.
There you go. He who hesitates may be lost forever here.
Big strike.
And as much as
In
we've
the
seen
corner, Conan.
Maybe thinking of a bulldog.
big bulldog there from
Bulldog
Frankie.
out. The Spartan not hesitating getting out of that one.
No.
Going straight to the corner there for a moment of desperation.
Frankie, as I said, Spartan's been a little bit hesitant between moves, using those gaps between moves to catch his breath, but we are not seeing any of that from Frankie Quinn. She is going offense to offense for offense and going strike to Spartan's head.
Oh, big
And then
elbow,
going for
maybe.
the 10 strikes, but Spartan catching Frankie.
Oh,
God.
that has to be it. That has to be the
What a
first fall.
elbow.
1, 2, 3.
Just
Here we
like
go.
that.
The first fall.
The first fall goes to Spartan.
With a powerbomb that deadly, no one will be kicking out of that.
And what does this do to Spartan's confidence? He has finally gotten that first fall off on
Spartan
Frankie.
under the. What is Spartan doing
What
here?
is he doing? He's gotten the
Under the
first.
ring.
Is he?
Oh, he's got
okay,
himself
so-
Okay.
a bottle of water.
Just taking a water break.
Well, you've got your opponent down. You've just gotten the pinfall. Maybe grab yourself a quick water. Frankie calling for a water herself, but the time is ticking.
I'd like to point out I was in that ring for about 10 minutes refereeing a triple threat match. No one once offered me water earlier tonight.
Well, to be fair, Conan has not been offered water as well.
That's a good point. But both of these competitors, so much respect for each other. The match is still continuing. There's no rules about having to give your opponent 30 seconds to recover.
Yeah.
Spartan could just stay on the offense and
he
keep
should.
beating on Frankie Quinn, as he should, absolutely.
Beat on him like a drum. Come on. I know he used to play the drums.
Look at them taking the middle of the ring here.
Yes, Spartan is clearly making a statement here, advancing on Frankie Quinn. And that is an imposing look. Oh, that kick to the
Big
midsection.
gut kick.
There's an imposing
right.
visual is Spartan advancing on you like that.
Hey, don't talk about it. Be about it. I'm proud of Spartan at the moment.
Well, he
Frankie-
plainly gave Frankie a chance to get out of the corner, and she
Here we
chose
go.
not to do
Yes.
it.
Oh,
Frankie baited
Oh, my
Spartan in with that.
goodness. All right, I take it back. I'm not proud of Spartan
No,
anymore.
what a massive cannonball, and nobody in the pool. Frankie Quinn is furious with these kicks.
She's going for that left leg as well.
Oh, big dragon screw.
Beautiful
Spartan's
dragon.
modified brainbuster suplex uses that knee as well. So
It does.
You're right.
So much of Spartan's
Okay.
offense comes off his leg. He's pushing for the spear, trying to muscle his opponent up with the Tomorrow Driver number 2. Frankie Quinn, attacked that leg right at the start using the calf.
Another dragon screw.
Oh, the torque on the knee from that dragon screw.
Oh, that did not look nice
that
at all.
looked awful.
Tomorrow Driver number 2. That's the name.
That's the name.
Excellent.
What is the reference there? Tomorrow Driver.
It's a ode to his trainer there, Graham Hughes.
Ah.
Bit of respect there from Spartan.
Oh, wrenching the arm there in the
Oh,
rope.
no, tying him up in the rope.
Got him stuck in the ropes.
This is so dangerous for Spartan. Spartan
What
cannot
are we thinking here
defend
from Frankie
himself.
Quinn?
Right to the chest area. Another running elbow to
Yeah,
the
go
chest.
for it. Well, you got it.
Used the full of the ref's count.
Oh, and she caught the foot.
Oh my
And
God!
again on the knee.
Again on the knee, as you said. And Spartan cannot defend
You
himself.
can already see the knee of Spartan taped up already.
Yeah.
No, he's had
You
knee
can hear
problems
him.
in the start.
You know, I'm screaming for Conan to get him out of the ropes.
This is desperation from Spartan.
And over he goes!
Over he goes, landing on that left knee.
And talking about desperation there, Frankie baited Spartan in again.
There is a thin layer of wood over concrete on this floor.
It is. This is a very hard floor. And Spartan just went from the top rope straight to the floor.
Frankie Quinn asking the ref to check him.
Just taking this
Oh, I don't
advantage.
know if that's a good idea. She should let him get counted out and take a fall. She's down one.
She is, absolutely. That's a fair point.
I get that she cares about him, but
But
care about
Frankie
the
is
title.
using this time to tie her hair up, recover, get her strength back.
Frankie not going back in the ring here. Maybe thinking doing more damage to the
Really
outside.
ready for some offense.
Keeping Spartan down and out for the count.
But Frankie Quinn clearly calling for something here. Spartan, I don't think he knows where he is.
Flipping senton to the
Here we
floor!
go! A senton. Spartan is down again, back of the head to the floor.
Maybe that was all Frankie needed to get Sam down and out for the 10 count.
Well, if you want to keep someone out of the ring, and you want to keep someone on the floor, you maybe have to knock them around a little bit.
A
That
kick
was a
to the
good
left
start.
knee there also.
I just want to point something out about Frankie tying her hair up. That's not a vanity decision. That's not a looks decision. That's a getting your hair out of your face. That's purely about
business decision.
Exactly.
Yeah, Frankie Quinn is a business decision, and Frankie means business.
Putting her hair up and ready to square up.
Exactly.
But
Kick out at
again,
one.
Spartan kicking out, but look at the way
Quickly
as
clutching
soon-
that knee.
Clutching that knee, good spotting. Even kicking out is
you
hurting
see the
your knee.
crowd here starting to realize it's
Yeah.
And I tell you what, if the crowd recognizes it and Spartan recognizes it, you know sure as hell Frankie Quinn
Oh,
recognizes
she
it.
absolutely does, because this crowd are a bunch of idiots, but Frankie's going to be watching on.
Power
knows,
game
she
of
knows what's
Spartan
up.
there.
So you see that as he hit that scoop slam, falling back into the rope, not being able to balance himself on that knee.
Well, Spartan sensed danger. He sensed danger when Frankie Quinn started attacking that knee, and a desperation scoop slam just to shut down the offense. And Spartan maybe feeling himself a little bit here, setting up for the tomorrow driver.
There we go. I know what that's called now.
And not just a suplex where both of Spartan's knees hit the middle rope.
I don't know if that was intentional, but it was effective.
And those
That
ropes,
might be a fall right there.
those ropes have so much tension on them. It will do. You can rip apart your knee from hitting it like that.
Something has to be damaged in the knee of Spartan.
An absolute genius maneuver by Frankie Quinn there, countering out of the tomorrow driver number 2 into a suplex against the ropes, using the ropes as a weapon.
Here we go, wrenching at the knee.
Frankie Quinn, I don't know if she's in
breaking
desperation mode, but she's sure in aggression mode, using the ring to her advantage and wrenching on that leg. You might not be able to win the match by using the ropes to your advantage, but you sure as hell can damage your opponent.
This fan's not having it.
Yeah, they're not, maybe not too happy with Frankie's newfound aggression in this match. Again, Frankie has sensed a weakness and another disgustingly vicious
Another
dragon screw.
You can hear a fan begging, a young child begging Frankie Quinn to give Spartan's leg a rest, but it may not matter now.
Big suplex.
Again, a desperation suplex from Spartan.
I mentioned
That's
Frankie Quinn being a fan favorite, but Spartan also being a fan favorite.
Both of these competitors are very popular with the crowds. People love them.
Yeah, and I can't figure it out either. Great wrestlers,
Phenomenal wrestlers. And
outstanding
Spartan
wrestlers.
has
As
got
people,
Oh, shoulder tackle to the left knee.
Frankie Quinn was a missile against the knee of Spartan. And I tell you what, your knee does not bend backwards, so when another human being rams into it like that,
But Frankie Quinn using her already injured left shoulder to
just
do that
standing.
shoulder tackle.
yeah, she was definitely feeling a bit of pressure from that shoulder. But now
Although
you-
she's stomping on the left knee of Spartan, she's still clutching her left arm.
Spartan's also got a slight height advantage as well. You want to chop that tree down.
Well,
Which makes
exactly.
sense.
You
Get your
wanna
opponent on the mat. That's what wrestling's all about.
you want to chop a tree down, you go for the base of it.
Oh,
Hooking that whole leg there.
And look at Spartan clutching the ropes out of desperation.
not meant to bend that way.
Referee Conan breaking it up there.
And
The
rightfully
Spartan's in the
so,
ropes.
Spartan has not been able to get himself to the feet, having to use the ring
There we
maybe
go.
to help stand.
Hesitation again.
I don't know if this is hesitation. I think Conan's trying to tell off
The
Frankie Quinn.
hesitation costed Frankie Quinn.
And maybe the referee's direction
back
there cost Frankie
suplex.
Quinn. Big back suplex.
That might be
there.
another fall right here.
You're going to have to be a lot tougher. Frankie Quinn's a tough competitor. It's going to have to be a lot bigger move than a back suplex to put down someone like her. But it was a desperation back suplex. As Spartan is feeling
Hobbling to the corner
he is
there.
feeling so much pain in that knee right now.
We're thinking to the top rope. Spartan.
That's a risk.
Oh! His
wow.
leg caught.
What one hell of a risk, and it did not pay off.
They don't
Spartan
call-
is tangled in the ropes, and Frankie senses so much. What a target has exposed itself.
And they don't call it higher risk for nothing. This could be the moment that Spartan loses this match.
Spartan's entire body weight was pulling on that leg.
There has to be Spartan's knee done for there.
God, my knee felt weak just watching that happen.
Frankie Quinn taking a break over the corner
And
there.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Spartan is almost crying in pain on the floor now.
An already injured knee.
You can hear him gasping from here, gasping for air. The pain in his leg has got to be excruciating.
Here comes Quinn.
Frankie Quinn could quite easily roll in the ring now and get a 10 count. I don't know if
Frankie Quinn's left shoulder there starting to go a bit purple by the looks of it.
it is. The welts are appearing on both of these competitors. But Frankie, as we've said, she's a proud competitor. She's not going to take a count-out pinfall. A count-out fall, I should call it.
As you
Yes,
see
you
there,
should.
Frankie Quinn rolling just on the left side. Even a roll is struggling on their left side there.
Oh, they're both struggling.
They're both struggling. They're real danger
And we're not
here.
we're coming up to just halfway through this match.
Halfway through this match, and Spartan cannot stand on his own strength.
Oh, big drop kick!
Shotgun drop kick taking Frankie Quinn down.
Maybe thinking a cannonball again, but this time looking to hit it. He does!
Snapping Frankie
But
Quinn's...
how much did that cost
Yeah.
of his knee there?
Well,
You actually get it if it was a high angle.
normally, Spartan
another
is
pin.
able to drag his opponent
One,
very quickly,
two,
but struggle.
3.
And he got it!
Spartan goes up 2.
2-0.
Spartan is up 2-0.
Coming up to the half here.
And-
2-0 to Spartan.
Absolutely.
And Spartan has got to be in desperation mode at this point. He knows his knee is a target. He knows he is in serious danger with that leg. He has got to be he needs to rack up the falls as quickly as possible to give himself breathing room for the end of this match.
We've just past 28 minutes in this match.
It is. It's only going to be so much time before Spartan knees completely drops out and he can't walk anymore.
60 minutes here, coming up half. It's a game of two halves here. Frankie Quinn has to get some falls back here in the second half.
She has to, but if she can give up, maybe
water break.
give up 2 falls at the beginning of the match,
Almost calling a temporary truce here.
and if Spartan can't walk on that leg, doesn't matter how many falls he's got at the start.
Spartan tipping some water over his head, maybe to get some conscious back to
He's
him.
trying to
Yeah.
cool down a little bit. Both of these competitors, the adrenaline's flowing. They're
What's
both
he
running
doing?
extremely hot under these lights.
See Frankie this time coming out a bit more aggressive here.
was.
Realizing she can't make another full mistake.
Both
Also
tentative,
protecting
but
it
both
also.
aggression. But you see there, Frankie was clutching the shoulder. She went to try and kick the leg out of Spartan, and Spartan wrenching on that shoulder with a Fujiwara. And with Frankie Quinn's shoulder injury, Spartan has just got to sit on this Fujiwara and wrench it until she taps out or passes out.
We're a few seconds away from the halfway mark. Frankie Quinn needs to win 3 falls to win this match.
That's a good
And
point.
that's without Spartan getting another fall.
Exactly.
If she wins 1 fall, she's still losing this match.
Oh!
Spartan.
Oh, a stop!
Big stop!
He stomped.
Out of nowhere, that's
Shout
gotta
out
be it. That's
Kirby.
gotta be it. 1, 2.
Oh my God! I
I believe in this. I'm actually with this audience.
I was reaching for the ring bell hammer at that point.
We all here on commentary thought that was it.
I am so shocked.
Yeah.
I thought that was a 3 count for Frankie.
2.99 kick out from Spartan.
Baiting
And
Spartan
Frankie
in.
needed that pin.
Baiting Spartan. What the is she doing now?
Oh. Oh.
Maybe going
Pump
for a
handle.
shoulder break. Pump.
Oh my
my
God!
gosh.
Pump handle power slam
That's
from
gotta be the third
Spartan.
fall.
The power from Spartan.
No!
Oh my!
We
Frankie's
are
kicking
past
out
the halfway
again.
mark. Beg your pardon,
Frankie Quinn kicking out of that power slam. And Spartan is setting things up for
Maybe
a
for a
move he is
spear
very
here.
comfortable with. But again, are we going to see the pressure on the injured leg? Frankie Quinn
jumping over.
saw it coming right into a victory roll.
Kicking out just.
And Frankie
Going back
straight
to
on
that
the
left
injured
knee.
leg.
Oh, on that injured knee.
That single leg crab. And
Spartan has to tap to save himself
So
here.
much leverage there.
well, that was a point that AJ made right at the beginning of this match. Do you tap out of a submission hold, give up a fall, and prevent a serious injury?
Spartan is up here.
I think he needs to.
He needs to tap out.
Whether he will or not, I don't know if he's...
Because it's only
he
a matter
can
of time.
afford a fall here.
He can exactly. He can afford the fall, but
Yeah,
what he
but
can't afford is his knee exploding under the pressure of this single leg Boston Crab.
Spartan wanting to prove he's a fighting champion here.
Going for the ropes.
There's times when your pride
Oh,
damages
Frankie
you.
Quinn wrenching that back even more. Reapplying by sitting in deeper.
There is times when the pride works against you, and I think this is one of those times.
Spartan has to be
tap.
so close to that rope.
He
there.
is normally so proud.
Fingertips away. There we go.
Yeah.
Frank Spartan, desperation, able to get to the
But
rope.
how much more
Yeah, how
damage
much-
has done?
You're absolutely right.
The extra pressure that Frankie was acquiring to that knee, it could have damaged your MCL, your ACL. It could have ripped apart the tendons. And the knee is a fragile,
As a
fragile
man
little
recovering from an MCL injury, I know quite well.
Right, you know exactly what that feels like. And I think someone else might be joining you on the injured list if Frankie Quinn keeps up this offense.
I don't think he will be joined. I think he's already there.
It's only a matter of time, it looks like. And Frankie Quinn, laser focused on that knee.
Fireman's lift into a
And maybe,
Usually he gets a bit
sit
more
out
lift on
Death
that.
Valley
But
driver.
but maybe Frankie Quinn is laser focused on that knee to her detriment.
Uncapitalized, but now the cover.
I don't know if Spartan maybe exposed his knee as a trap there for Frankie in order to hit that Michinoku driver.
Spartan on that Michinoku driver usually gets a bit more power on that. That knee costing him a lot of power through that move.
He does, but even if it's not a powerful slam, there's only so many times you can get slammed before it's
Drop toe hold into the corner reversal from Frankie Quinn. Another double knee.
Double knees.
Following up with the double knees. Double knees again. 2 shots at the double knees, right to the chest of Spartan.
See, exhaustion's becoming a factor.
Using the adrenaline of the crowd here.
Frankie Quinn is firing up, and again with the
Another
knees.
big double
3
knee.
shots in a row. And you can hear Spartan gasping for air.
Frankie going back to that knee once again.
There's Spartan clutching onto the ropes out of desperation. Because whatever Frankie's got planned for this knee, it can't be good.
34 minutes has passed here.
Saw Frankie trying to implement this earlier. I think this is maybe a submission hold she was
Oh! Cutting off.
Cover.
Yeah.
Big elbow drop.
No.
Big elbow drop from a big man there, taking down Frankie. But
Okay.
again, the toughness of Frankie, she's not giving up.
I'm going to question that strategy. Frankie had Spartan down. She was trying to get him up to do something else. It just allowed Spartan to get to his feet and get the
Right.
advantage.
But we saw earlier,
Keep him down.
Spartan was using his knee as bait in order to bait Frankie into a power move that he can hit. Maybe Frankie's switching up the offense here to confuse Spartan.
Maybe Frankie's trying to go for that sliced bread, trying to pick him back up. Didn't
Maybe
work.
Frankie's about to get thrown in the corner by Spartan.
And
We
Spartan,
just saw Spartan on that second full win by their cannonball. I wonder if he will try hit it again.
Spartan is struggling to stay on his offense here. Really
Don't waste
struggling
time
with that
with
knee.
these
You're right, AJ. Focusing on these fans and the referee here, not focusing on his opponent.
But the frustration that
Fans
both
are
of these
idiots.
competitors must be feeling. They know they've got Spartan knows he's got 25 minutes to survive this match with an injured knee.
He just has to run down the clock here as he's 2-0 up here.
He does, but hearing the referee badger him in the side of his ear has got to be so frustrating for him, and you can't blame the man for wanting to argue a little bit.
First ever New Zealand Ironman match here.
He does. Normally you'd see an Ironman match go to 30 minutes or go for 15 minutes. We're now over 35 minutes into this match with 2 falls to Spartan, 0 falls to Frankie. Almost 3 falls there.
Yeah, off that sickening knee drop that crushed the face of Frankie Quinn.
That was one hell of a knee drop. Spartan's a big guy. That's 80 or 90 kilograms of muscle landing straight on your jaw.
What's he thinking here? Climbing to the top with his injured knee, questioning the strategy.
Yeah,
here.
this did not work well the first time. Why is Spartan doing this again?
Oh,
my
knee
God.
caught.
And again, Spartan, you've got to rethink this strategy, mate. It did not work last time. It's not working now. And Frankie Quinn is on the offense. Oh my God, the tree of woe. Again, the body weight of Spartan is wrenching on the knee, and that thud was the back of Spartan's head on the mat.
Oh no, Frankie. Wrenching.
This move itself isn't going to allow her to win, but it's going to do a whole lot of damage for Spartan on the way to Frankie Quinn maybe getting her first fall.
Frankie Quinn striking while wrenching that knee back.
If she can deal so much offense to Spartan's leg that he can't even stand, then it's only a matter of time.
Going for the sliced bread.
Sliced bread.
Sliced bread going for the big finish. Spartan saw it coming.
Spear! There has to be a third fall.
What an explosive spear right out the corner.
That's 3 falls to Spartan now.
That could be insurmountable.
3 falls to Spartan to 0.
Frankie needs to get some falls here.
She has got to be. We're over halfway into the match. Spartan is 3 falls up. He is solidly, well, I wouldn't say he's solidly in control of this match because Frankie's been struggling.
3 falls up. He's got to be feeling a little bit of confidence, even though he's in a lot of pain right now.
But he knows that with 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes to go, it is only a matter of time before his knee completely gives out. So if he can get early falls in, if he can get these falls in really quickly,
to win this match,
it gives him some breathing room.
Frankie Quinn needs to get, at this stage, at the very least...
Oh!
What is Frankie doing? What the hell is this? Frankie, don't do it!
You're going to lose a fall here, Frankie.
Frankie, you're already down 3 falls. Do not get another one. Spartan doesn't know what he's in. Oh!
That is a disqualification.
It's got to be. The ref's got to call
That's
it.
a DQ.
But that has got to be the...
Frankie showing a bit of aggressive side
the
here.
referee, this is
Realizing her championship is at stake. 3 falls down.
3 falls down. Conan desperately trying to get that chair off Frankie Quinn.
But Spartan must be seeing stars over there.
I think he might be seeing red, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think the Spartan's been cut open.
Oh, wait.
He has. You're right.
By disqualification, that is a 4th fall to Spartan.
As you see, Frankie's smiling at that, though.
But then you knock your opponent unconscious with a steel chair shot, and it doesn't matter if you gave up a fall. You just go for pinfall after pinfall now.
Yeah, now she needs to press the advantage.
Spartan doesn't even know where he is, rolling straight out of the ring. But Frankie, don't spend
Questioning the
time...
tactics of Frankie here.
Well, you do
The
got to
referee
question.
needs to start counting.
You've just you've knocked out Spartan with a chair shot.
Here we
Take
go, you're right,
advantage of
AJ.
it.
The ref's starting to count
Yes,
now.
thank you.
Well, we saw at the beginning of the match that Frankie was a little bit too proud to take a count-out victory. Maybe that pride has fallen away here as she's getting into desperation mode.
She's realizing her championship is at stake with 21 minutes to go. Down 4-0 now.
It does, and if she can give up a fall, knock out Spartan, even with the 10 count, then Frankie is back in this fight. We're at the count of 7. Spartan
8 here.
struggling
Spartan
on the
could
outside of the ring.
afford to lose this
We're at
forward.
9.
Oh, you're right. Spartan has been caught up there.
Oh,
Lacerated. Telling you.
yeah, I don't know if you saw that
Now,
chair, but that had sharp metal edges.
Yeah, and now Frankie needs to kick the crap out of his head and pin him and pin him and pin him again.
And that's maybe what Frankie's strategy, desperation strategy here is.
Coming charging. Big strike.
Big
I'm
strike.
here for it, as the
Spartan
kids
does
say.
Oh,
not
here we
look,
go. Sliced bread, surely.
Spartan does not look like he knows where he is.
Sliced bread.
Big slice bread
I think
from
you're right,
Frankie
AJ.
Quinn.
Here comes Frank.
1, 2, there
3.
we go.
You need
Frankie's on
cover,
the board.
covering all parts of Spartan's body there.
Frankie Quinn scores a fall. It is 4-1 to Spartan.
With just over 20 minutes to go, she's got to press the advantage. Now's not the time.
And Frankie is now in control of this match. Spartan, I don't know if he knows where he is. He's barely conscious, but maybe this was the strategy of Spartan. Rack up those falls as quickly as possible,
Get in there, Frankie.
and it gives them some breathing room for the end of the match.
I think Frankie knows that, waiting for Spartan to get into the corner there. Got to charge at him.
As you said, even though she just got a fall, Frankie still needs to beat Spartan 3 more times. And that is not an easy feat.
I mean, charging at Spartan.
That was
Big
so
striker.
slow of
Big
Spartan getting to his feet. He does not know where he is.
Trying to whip Spartan across the ring. Spartan reverses.
A little bit of fire left back in Spartan. There's some fight left in Spartan, but it's sapping quickly.
Got to press the advantage, Frankie.
And Frankie is doing her best to do that, using her speed to her advantage.
Oh,
my God, what a Hurricanrana! We have not seen Frankie pull that movement out in a fair while, that corner Hurricanrana.
Frankie, you got to go for it.
She's firing up. Frankie looking like she's going to go top rope, or at least go middle rope.
Let's see.
She's clearly thinking something. This
I wonder what Frankie's thinking
This
here.
hasn't worked well for Spartan so far. Maybe it'll work well for Frankie. We'll see. But Spartan,
Thinking some aerial offense here from Frankie. Cross body.
beautiful crossbody from Frankie.
1, 2. Just a kick out.
Well, calling it a kick out is pretty generous. That was almost just rolling out of the pin.
Speaking of roll, is Frankie looking to roll through here?
She's looking for that calf crusher that we saw earlier.
Big gut wrench.
And again with the
Powerbomb.
powerbomb from
That's
One,
it. 5 falls.
2.
No,
No!
no.
Frankie Quinn kicking out of that powerbomb. Oh, but surely Spartan's going to get another fall here. Looking for that cannonball once again.
No.
Move!
Oh my God, again, she moved out of the way.
Spartan was able to get his other arm down, though, to prevent his head from caving into the canvas.
It looks
so
like
that's a small mercy.
It looks like both of these competitors have learned from earlier.
Canadian Destroyer!
No way.
North Shore Destroyer.
1, 2. There
Wow! Another fall for Frankie Quinn.
Second fall for Frankie Quinn. We are 4-2 to Spartan.
I've just realised something, guys. Frankie only needs 2 more falls. If it's a draw, she retains.
You're
That's a
right.
good point.
Excellent
we've
point
been-
there.
That's a fair point. We've been saying so much that she needs to win this match, but she doesn't.
No,
she just
maybe
needs to
Spartan
draw
needs
it.
to win. She
Maybe
needs to
Frankie
draw.
realizes that with that chair,
that's the
wearing
championship
down Spartan
advantage.
to a point where she can grab as much falls as she wants.
Yeah, if she can get in the next 17 minutes, get 2 falls and just stay away from Spartan, she could just retain by draw.
And that's the big champion's advantage. You don't have to win the match. You just have to not lose it.
I don't think that would be popular with the fans, but it's smart. It could work.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it was a popular decision. At the end of the day, it just says it's a retention of your title.
Put yourself in the history books as the first ever winner of the first ever New Zealand 60-man Ironman match for the Hughes Academy Championship.
I mean, that's a great point there. You're not just putting yourself in the history books as a potential new champion or a potential retention of your championship. You're also the winner of the first ever 60-minute.
Speaking of history, the look in Spartan's eyes makes me think he might be history right about now.
Oh, I think he is. I think he's looking at history through these.
Frankie just
Certainly regretting
ready.
his life
Frankie's
choices.
just waiting.
Oh, Japanese arm drag there by Frankie Quinn. Catching Spartan,
And a
using his
second.
momentum against him again. Twice with that arm drag.
Big
Oh,
DDT.
what a beautiful DDT there from Frankie.
Dropped him on his head.
Dropped him on his bleeding and potentially concussed head after
Ooh, I
that
didn't think about that. That makes it even
brutal
better.
chair shot.
As soon as his head hit the ground, you got to think all that blood keep pouring out of his head there.
That's an excellent point there. It's just going to lacerate, open that cut up even worse.
Drop him on his head again.
And you think, how many weaknesses can one man have?
We're
Spartan's
thinking
got an
another
injured
Boston
knee.
crab here from Frankie.
Well, how many weaknesses can he have? He's got an injured knee. He's got potentially an injured head at this point. He is bleeding. Oh my God!
Look at that torque.
Ego. He's got that stupid hair that hangs in his face.
the hair's
He's
It's
got
very
those
beautiful
ugly
hair.
tattoos.
Frankie is wrenching on this Boston crab.
I just thought we were listing Spartan's weaknesses.
He's a beautiful
Right now, that
man.
knee is a weakness.
That knee is a massive weakness, and Frankie Quinn is exploiting it.
Maybe he's got
Spartan.
some blood getting in his eyes. You can't really see where he is at the moment.
Well, it does. I mean, I don't know if you've ever bled in a wrestling ring, but I have. And the sight and the taste and the smell of your own blood does something to you. Suddenly, all of your plans go out of your head.
Literally and
It's
figuratively.
Literally
Oh,
and
look at the
figuratively,
torque
and
of
it just
Frankie.
goes blank.
I've been in the ring with you bleeding. It's not fun.
It's not pleasant. And it does. It gets in your eyes, and if you can't see your opponent, it makes it really hard to fight them.
Oh,
Whoa!
Beautiful.
Like DDT.
Tilt-a-whirl DDT.
But Spartan
What a
rolls
bad
out.
break for Quinn.
That is horrible luck for
She could
Quinn.
go for the count out, but she wanted the pin after that.
Look at the ring IQ of Spartan there, realizing he was in danger,
Wow.
rolling out of the ring.
Was that ring IQ? Was that desperation? Was that automation? Or was that just the momentum of Frankie Quinn's vicious DDT, just rolling Spartan out of the ring
I think it
himself?
was momentum. I don't think Spartan knows where he is to escape.
He's got no idea if he's in a ring, out of a ring, or wearing a ring.
Frankie looking back at the clock, realizing she has to do something.
She's got 14 minutes,
Hoping
but if
for
she
that
can take a
count.
count-out victory, she was too proud to do this earlier in the night.
3 count away.
Don't think
Here we
she's
go,
too
8
proud
count.
to do it now.
One
At the
more
count
here.
of 9.
Oh,
He's in.
Spartan just beating the count.
Again, reaching for the ring hammer.
And Frankie Quinn looks devastated as she now rolls outside. That's another
Excellent
good
point there from Frankie with a 20 count.
That's a fair point. Yeah, the Hughes Academy Championship
Yeah.
rules does go to a 20 count on the outside of the ring. Forgot that.
These are all good points that we're coming up with here.
I'm not sure why Frankie reminded the referee of that. She could take a pinfall.
I mean, I guess she wants a break. But I don't think that...
Oh my God.
I wish she could just break Spartan's skin.
She took a little bit of a break there herself, but exposing Spartan's chest.
It's a wide target. He's a barrel-chested beast of a man.
He is a
He
very-
staggers out into the audience.
Very big, strong man, and Spartan's looking for some room now. Frankie Quinn not giving Spartan any opportunity.
Just
that
stay
was,
away from our broadcast location.
was
Yeah,
just
stay away from the broadcast.
yeah, that
They're
was
getting a little too close to us.
That was a disgusting right hand from Frankie Quinn to the jaw of Spartan. And Spartan is just trying to get away from Frankie. He's in
Look at
survival
them
mode.
both limping there. Surprised that one of them is, both of them are walking here.
Come on, people. People are eating off of that table.
No, not anymore.
Well,
Frankie is using full advantage of the extended Hughes Academy rules on an outside ring count.
As Frankie mentioned, that 20 count.
oh, right there. I don't
And
care what
maybe-
anyone says, the ring post is the hardest part of the
It
ring.
is the hardest part of the ring
Absolutely.
and the heaviest part. And maybe Frankie Quinn, we thought it was silly her mentioning the extended count, but maybe the reason is so she could do this. So she could do this to Spartan on
Count
the
starts
outside.
again.
Breaking the referee's count, and Frankie is back in control.
There's also
Stomping on the head of,
Yeah, stomping. I can't see what it is, but it's probably the head of Spartan.
stomping on Spartan regardless of what body part it is.
I mean, stomping on anything's going to hurt on this hard floor.
Yep. And
Spartan
now,
back in the ring.
Go for the cover. Get in there, Conan.
Big kick out from
I
Spartan.
don't know if I'd call that a big kick out. That was a very weak kick out there.
Big in terms of the falls here. It was a kick out that was needed for Spartan.
It was
Nice
very
save,
well
Frankie.
needed. He's still ahead by 2 falls.
I like that.
After that chair shot, I don't think he remembers how many falls he's up.
Well, he probably doesn't.
Quinn back up to the middle rope.
We've seen Frankie pull out some big moves here today. What is she thinking? Maybe
Spartan.
another crossbody.
Spartan completely unaware of where Frankie Quinn is.
Oh, he's clearly dazed.
Quinn.
Another crossbody. Caught though.
Maybe he wasn't as dazed as he was letting on.
Oh, another
Oh my
powerbomb
God.
maybe. Oh!
with the
There
powerbomb.
has to be a count there.
That is... No.
Again, Frankie kicking out.
The powerbomb maybe
They're
hasn't been
rolling
working
through.
well for Spartan so far, but he keeps going back to it, and it is a powerful move. Again with the clock. With such a dangerous cannonball.
Will it work
Snapping
here?
Frankie's neck back.
Kicking out by Frankie
And
Quinn.
what a last
We are-
minute kick out there from Frankie Quinn.
We're getting dangerously close to the 10-minute mark left in this match.
Weird doubt. And
4-2 here. Frankie, 10 minutes to go.
10-minute mark is displayed very prominently on the stage. Both of these competitors can see it. And the amount of pressure and desperation they have to be feeling watching that time sink away.
As AJ mentioned before, all Frankie needs is 2 falls here.
Well, in 10 minutes, she's got to start feeling desperation. No matter how many falls you need,
Absolutely.
you just need time's going to be a factor.
Yeah, I'm not
Starting
going to match. I'm
full
feeling the
force here.
anxiety. And
Oh, into the
Spearing
post.
right into the ring post. The power
can she
of
take advantage?
it doesn't look like Frankie clutching
We are-
the back of her head,
we are
clutching her
inside-
ribs.
We are inside 10 minutes.
We're inside the last six of
It's
the match.
looking
here.
like the
last
damage.
inning.
Looking like the damage that both of these competitors have done to each other is really starting to add up. Frankie Quinn, desperation counter on that spear, is struggling to even move, let alone get to her feet.
Spartan's just doubled over on the rope. They're finally coming off of it.
Well, as you said, the ring post is the hardest and heaviest part of the ring. It's got those little buckles right in the middle where Spartan hit. If that didn't dislocate his shoulder, I'm very shocked. We can add a dislocated shoulder onto his dislocated knee and his injured head.
It's injured, injured everything from
Yeah, I don't know if there's a part of Spartan that's still working. And we've seen
A
Frankie
new
go to
move
this
here, maybe.
again, going for another pump handle power down.
Frankie escapes.
Oh, back to the knee, chopping away.
Nice and simple there with a chop block to the back of the knee. As I said, doesn't matter how big and strong you are. If you can't walk, you can't win.
Especially in a foot race, but doubly in a wrestling match.
Wouldn't even call that a kick out, just call it a rollout there from
It
Spartan.
does, and Spartan's kickouts are getting weaker and weaker as this match progresses. The more the damage that these two competitors are doing to each other adds up.
Well, what do we think
Again,
here from-
Spartan. Oh my
That has to be a full
God!
right
I've never
there.
seen something like that
Golly,
before.
like DDT.
What the hell was that?
Wow.
That was a win, is what that was.
Fall to Frankie. We are now 4-3 to Spartan.
After that chair shot, gotta,
And the-
what is Spartan thinking here?
We said before, Frankie needs to start racking up the falls. 4-3 now.
That is
8
fast.
minutes just to get one more for a draw here.
8 minutes to go, but Spartan is clutching at his leg. His head has got to be killing him. His shoulder's got to be killing him.
And in wrestling, people have gotten pins in less than 8 minutes. It's possible, especially when you've been beating the crap out of each other for close to an hour.
It is, but not only do you have to do damage to your opponent, but you have to survive and actually pin the opponent. And we've seen so many times lately in the back half of this match, both of these competitors do game-winning moves and not being able to capitalize.
Quinn needs to get back in there.
As we see Frankie Quinn earlier pulling out moves like a stomp and that leg variation DDT. Pulling out all the arsenal.
We're maybe forgetting some of the earlier damage done to Spartan's head with that stomp.
Striking off against the injured leg of
But you
Spartan.
look at, normally people do those strike wars, forearms to forearms.
Throwing Spartan to the outside.
And again, Frankie, what we've said before,
She's
using
gotta get
leverage,
back
using leverage in her size to throw Spartan out of the ring.
I
Maybe
wouldn't
the
try
dam-
for a count out here. It's too late in the match.
We said
Right.
before with the extended 20 count, maybe getting it to count out victory is a little bit harder than we expected.
Only limited chances to get a count out here now.
And if you don't get the count out, you've wasted a possibility of 19 seconds.
Exactly,
Right,
yeah.
absolutely.
While allowing your opponent time to recover. Frankie Quinn is at another level of viciousness in this match.
Frankie trying to get the crowd behind her, maybe for a bit of more momentum on her side.
Frankie Quinn slamming Spartan's head into that side of the ring, clearly lining up for something, maybe another one of these cannonballs. Another big set. Oh!
He's not thinking of powerbomb,
Spartan
is he?
caught
The
that.
apron.
Oh my God, an apron powerbomb.
God, I gotta believe that's a new champion.
The corner of the ring driven across your spine
Wow.
is crippling.
How do you come back from that?
I don't know if you can. Both in a match and just in life, that could cripple you.
Speaking of cripple, you see Spartan there struggling to pick up Frankie.
He's so slow as Spartan, and his knee he's hobbling so slowly on that knee. The man has got to be exhausted. Every inch of his body is hurting.
And he's got to roll.
But he knows Frankie has closed up the gap to 1-4. He has to try to get another here.
Oh, and
Still in it.
Only just.
Spartan's still winning this match, but he's got to be feeling so much desperation as those pins get closer and closer to his score.
Just over 5 minutes to go here.
Both of these competitors so tired and so much pain, but so much explosiveness left in them.
Oh!
And Frankie going for an octopus stretch. This
Wow,
late,
this is an impressive maneuver from Frankie.
this late in a match, pulling out an octopus stretch is
Putting-
devastating.
Pressure on the injured shoulder and the knee
It
and
does.
the head.
It puts pressure on your abdominals, your shoulder, your neck, your head, your trapezoid. Every inch of your body is screaming in this maneuver.
And now, sorry, carry on, please.
No, this late into a match when your body is already damaged. It's game winning.
Oh, but dropping himself on the injured knee.
That's a good point.
There you see, straight Straight to the knee.
That has to be desperation from Spartan to get out of that maneuver by using his injured knee as a weapon.
And even this late in the game, Quinn still has the wherewithal to roll to her side, keep her shoulders off the mat.
That's an excellent point there. She knew she was potentially in danger.
Go for the knee.
As you see Spartan trying to block off that knee, knowing that the women could be counted.
And that's the risk of this move. She went straight for the knee and was Spartan baiting her with the injured knee because he went straight for the shoulder. The shoulder that we know that Frankie is injured.
What's he thinking? Yeah.
Spartan is barely able to walk.
He's up a full here. He doesn't really need to apply so much pressure.
Well, that's the thing, but it's 4 minutes to go. He just needs to survive. But Spartan is a proud competitor. I don't think his pride is going to allow him to just run around outside of the ring and avoid Frankie.
He knows how crafty Frankie can be with these pinfalls.
Oh, and a Michinoku driver. But Spartan unable to capitalize quickly, having to take a breath. How much damage did that Michinoku driver do? Oh, he senton!
Senton, that's it. One,
That's it.
two. No!
How is Frankie kicking out?
It is. Spartan is a big man. If you get senton by a man that size, God, it hurts.
What do we? Spartan going to the
From
top?
experience, it hurts.
To the middle.
Frog
splash!
A frog
But he
splash,
landed on the knee
the knee.
there.
He landed
Franco.
so hard on that knee.
Not using all of his body to cover there.
Spartan was slow on that cover. His knee is killing him.
Don't listen to these fans, Spartan. They don't know what your knee feels like. One more.
No, do not go for another frog splash.
Stay off the ropes.
That had to do so much damage to his kneecap.
But you know, Spartan's a people pleaser. He loves listening to the crowd there and what they have to
He's
say.
a big fan of doing what the crowd tells him, but
We are
this is
inside
not
3
the
minutes.
time.
Here we go. Maybe he is thinking for
and
another
he's got
one.
the advantage. Don't screw it up.
We've seen Spartan twice go
Spartan.
top rope.
Going to the top
and
with his knee injured, trying to please the fans here, but this could cost him here.
I mean, twice Spartan's gone top rope and it hasn't worked for him. He's taking a huge risk going for this again.
Gotta think, how's his balance with the injured knee up on the top
That's
rope?
an excellent point. You have to put a lot of pressure on your knee balancing on the ropes.
Oh,
for a
it's the
senton.
swanton.
Frankie rolling out of the way.
Sending shivers all down his body.
Oh, that's got to do so much damage to you. At this late in the match, that was devastating.
No.
2
still
more
can't
minutes
tie it
here.
up.
Has to get a full Frankie
Just
does.
kicking out as Spartan. With 2 minutes left in this match, that was such a risky maneuver, but Spartan still surviving. Frankie looking for
Reversal.
something, but the power of Spartan taking advantage.
Line.
We think another DDT satellite DDT.
DDT.
And Spartan saw it coming. You could hear him scream no.
Frankie rushing over for a cover.
Knew
1,
what was happening.
2, 3.
Oh,
Oh,
get
what?
it too.
You are kidding me.
Everyone here in the building thought that was a 3.
The crowd is almost on their feet
That
going for
leg
this.
variation DDT again.
No.
Pump handle once
Spartan
again.
senses the
Lift-
danger.
Oh
Oh my
my
god! Almost like an Emerald Fusion.
Just over 1.5 minutes left.
Spartan has put Frankie down, setting it up for his big move here with a spear. I don't know if Frankie knows where she is after that Emerald Fusion. But
roll
Frankie
through.
saw it. Clearly she did know what was coming. Rolling straight through with the
He
crab
just has to hang
crusher.
on for just over a minute and he's won the title.
I don't think his knee can handle another
can
minute
his-
though.
can his knee handle it?
Frankie Quinn putting down the foot there on the pressure.
And as we've seen with Tony Kazina earlier in the night,
Hang in there.
if you pass out, you still lose a fall.
And then he
Great
can get
wins
pinned
there.
and lose another one. We are less than a minute away.
Oh, he's thinking about tapping. He's thinking about tapping.
He is dead, and I can't say I blame the man. Like AJ said earlier, maybe tap and retain yourself, retain your career. Is the Hughes Academy Championship
taps,
worth a
he loses.
lifelong in a wheelchair? And I think for Spartan today,
30 seconds to go here.
Spartan has got to be asking that
So
question.
yeah, hang in there, Spartan.
Is a life in a wheelchair worth this championship opportunity, Spartan?
About 25 seconds here to go.
It doesn't take much pressure to wrench your knee out of position, and Spartan clearly considering tapping out.
Oh, here we go here. About 15 odd seconds to go.
The time is ticking down. Spartan is screaming in pain.
If you tap, you won't win the title, Spartan. Will he
has to
tap?
hang on. Hang on, Spartan.
He didn't tap.
Your winner of the match, with a score of 4-3, and new Hughes Academy Champion,
Did it.
Spartan!
Wow. But at what cost?
Yeah, he's won the title. Is he going to be able to defend the title? This is a hell of a match.
Frankie realizing she maybe not did enough there. A distraught Frankie hobbling over.
My God, the toughness of Spartan having to resist that calf crusher and the amount of pressure on his leg. The man can barely stand, but he's standing tall, if you can call that standing, with the Hughes Academy Championship. A year-long journey to get to this point after losing the Hughes Academy men's title. And Spartan is again at the top of the Hughes Academy mountain. But Spartan, the pain he has got to be feeling in his leg right now, he can't even hold the title up. He has got to use the big ropes to keep himself up.
Taking off his boot to alleviate the pressure.
And look at the distraught Frankie Quinn right now. She knows
History
she's just lost the
makers
title. She was so close to defending her title. Maybe if she'd just gotten the submission hold on a little bit earlier.
I take absolutely nothing away from either of these two. Personally, don't like them, can't stand them. Professionally, show me a better match than that.
I mean, this match could have gone either way at several points tonight. Frankie Quinn had Spartan beat several times, but tonight, Frankie Quinn's on the losing end and Spartan is holding the Hughes Academy Champion. Our second ever Hughes Academy Champion and the winner of the first ever New Zealand 60-minute Ironman match.
What a reign Frankie had.
What a reign. She has been monsters, she has been athletes, she has been heroes, and she's beaten villains. But tonight, Spartan is the one to dethrone her.
Spartan becomes the first man to ever hold any version of the Hughes Academy Championship and the IPW Championship at the same time. That's a hell of an achievement too, I'll have to give it to him.
Point. That is two major companies in New Zealand, and Spartan is holding both of their top titles. The man is on top of the world. Spartan, I think, is at another level right now. He is unbeatable.
Frankie Quinn coming back out here.
Frankie Quinn coming out with the...
Is that the IPW
It's the IPW Heavyweight Championship. What we just talked about. Is this a show of respect from Frankie Quinn?
Ah,
What a
love
show
to
of
see it.
respect.
I know you won't love to see it, AJ, but here, all the people at the new Lynn RSA love to see it.
Well,
Frankie
people-
Quinn
yeah.
fought her heart out in this match and in every defense, but tonight, unfortunately, she's on the losing end. And what a show of respect Frankie is showing to Spartan there. And tonight, the
Raise
Hughes
those
Academy,
belts, Spartan.
the Hughes Academy and IPW champion, the first man to hold both belts is Spartan.
Hell of an effort, hell of a match.
Hell of a match
And
there
a
from these two.
well-deserved victory from Spartan.
I know we're not the full way through the year, but I think that's a match of the year contender right there.
Oh my
It's up
God,
there.
it's got to be up there, yeah. It's
Wonder how
certainly in the
long,
discussion.
Wonder how long this contendership line is and where I stand in it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing we're going to be decided because we're in action next on June 9th at QMU Community Centre with the annual Hughes Academy Battle Royal where Spartan's challenger will be decided.
Absolutely. Hughes Academy Rumble.
So if
I
you
may have
want-
to win it sometime.
If you want your shot at Spartan, there's your opportunity. It's coming. But now we know who the champion is.
But how much damage has been done to that knee for the next challenger?
Right.
They could easily swipe up that title with all this damage done.
Exactly. The man's got 2 championships, but if you've only got 1 leg, you're not going to hold them for long. But Spartan tonight doesn't have to worry about injuries. It's time for him to celebrate.
Yes, the unwashed children of New Lynn.
Oh, wow. What did the children do to you,
Spartan
AJ?
is a man of the people. A man of the people,
Viciously.
and he's showing off. He's earns this victory. He's earned this celebration.
Yeah, he's great. He's a role model. He's a champion.
Not just a champion, history maker. First ever 60-man Ironman match.
but not to take away from Frankie Quinn.
Definitely
You can
not.
you can take the title off her, but you can never take away the fact that she was the first Hughes Academy champion.
Pulled out moves like a stomp and a new league variation DDT.
I've never seen a DDT like that. I've never seen things like that before.